Hey guys, so we have a bit of an unusual circumstance here. They actually did the data download for Zenkai BUUTENKS already. A bit strange because this is not weekly reset, right? This is a data download that we got a day early. Now I imagine the reason why this happened is because they're probably going to give us some kind of Goku Day banner. Today is Goku Day. Last year and pretty much every single prior year, we have gotten a Ticket Goku Day banner featuring a lot of Goku characters. So I guess they figured they're doing the data download for that anyway. Might as well do the data download for this character's Zenkai as well. So we're going to go ahead and break down what this guy's Zenkai is. I'm not sure if this download has like equipment in it or not. I honestly don't know. It might or it might not, because they might just put it in tomorrow's data download. So I do have BUUTENKS' kit pulled up in a separate window so I can look at what he's doing prior to his Zenkai Awakening and compare it to what it looks like now. I have zero expectations for this character. I feel like they're going to completely fumble his Zenkai ability by giving it to Blue Majin Buu Saga, when clearly he wants to be a blue regen Zenkai buffer. But let's see what we got here. All right, let's go ahead and display max stats. That's certainly not good. 277 is not what I would call good for a Zenkai character. That's not what we're looking for. 187 to blast defense, not bad. But yeah, I wouldn't really call these stats anything too crazy. Double blast. All right, normal. The blue card is the Super Donut Kamehameha, massive impact damage. So prior to the Zenkai, this actually didn't even have blast armor. Wow, so they gave it blast armor, and it cancels enemy attribute upgrades and buff effects on hit. Activates. So okay, so I'll go through everything that changed here. So the 25% of special move damage inflicted is new. That was not on this before the Zenkai. It also only used to cancel attribute upgrades, so they added buff effects to this, and it used to be twice, now it's 3 times, and they gave it blast armor. That is a pretty significant buff to the blue card, so I'll take that. The green card is Majin's Sneer. Alright, so this is a pretty long one because it's dependent on how many counts elapsed. Applies the following effects to self according to the number of timer counts elapsed from battle start. So less than 40 counts elapsed. This used to be less than 25, so that's a pretty significant difference. So 50 ki, 30% damage inflicted, and that's it. 50 ki and 30% damage inflicted for 20 counts. That is the exact same effect. All they did was they made it a longer window. It goes from 25 counts to 40. So they added 15 extra counts onto there. Okay. Between 40 and 75 counts, restores ki by 35 and 30% damage inflicted. 35 and 30. Okay, so they gave it 5 more ki. It used to be 30 ki, now it's 35. Okay. And then 75 counts elapsed, restores ki by 20 and 30% damage inflicted. So they actually didn't used to have ki on that at all. And the damage used to be 20. So I mean, comparing like the best versus the worst one, all you're really doing is you're just losing ki, depending on how long it's. Why don't they just make this not dependent on like this should have just been a stop time green card effect that gave you 50 ki and 30% damage. Boom, that's it. That's not a good green card. Like that's not a good effect. Like I'm not looking at like a new character that comes out and I'm like, oh yeah, this guy's getting 50 ki and 30% damage on his green card and that's it. That's a pretty good green card. Like no, even the best possible outcome from this green card is not that good. So I just don't understand. All right, whatever. Let's go over to his main ability. So he draws a special arts card next. So he gets to draw a bad green card. That's actually a new thing. He didn't used to draw a green card on main ability. This could be interesting because this is a main ability that only requires 5 counts elapse. So this is a very fast main ability. It's like Red Pan's main ability is available, I think, after 5 counts. So it's pretty close to that. 50% damage inflicted cannot be canceled. Nice. That's one of the buffs I actually really wanted them to add to this. I think I mentioned this in my video yesterday when I was breaking down this guy's original kit. And I said, because the way it used to work was this guy just gained 50% damage for 40 counts, and it was cancelable. So not only did they make it permanent, they made it non-cancelable. That's really good. Reduces own damage received by 20% for 40 timer counts. Cannot be canceled. Okay, so they kept the 40 counts on that, but they did add cannot be canceled. 100% to own Q recovery for 40 counts. That's completely new. He didn't used to have Q recovery at all on his kit anywhere. And then nullifies own attribute downgrades of normal conditions for 25 counts. That's the same. I would have maybe liked for this to give a little bit of key and maybe heal him a little bit. The reason why is because, yes, he does draw the green card that gives him key, but sometimes you don't have the luxury of being able to pop both, like, back to back. So this maybe giving, like, 20 key would have been nice, just to at least allow him to continue the combo, right? And maybe, like, I don't know, 20% healing would have been good on this. Because, I mean, if a main ability, like... I feel like literally, if you're a new Zenkai or a new character, just in general, like, you should be healing on main ability, no questions asked. It's like a basic function that every main ability should have on it. But I think this is actually a pretty decent buff. Just a permanent 50% damage, non-cancelable buff from main ability. That's not bad. Because you're going to be able to pop this right away, too, like 5 counts, so... Alright, so here's the main issue that I have with this character. I'm just going to assume he's a Blue Majin Buu Saga Zenkai buffer. I haven't looked yet, but that's what the campaign is mostly built around. And I imagine the reason why they chose to give this guy a Zenkai is to help the Buu duo, right? The Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. And obviously, the only way they can do that is by making this guy buff Blue Majin Buu Saga instead of Blue Regen. The reason why that's a problem is because his Z ability is Regen and then Powerful Opponent. So, and not only is it like both tags for both stats, a character needs to be in both regen and powerful opponent to get the blast attack and then a lower buff to blast defense. So I guess what they want you to do is to run the Buu duo in leader slot, and then that way this guy can be giving the Z ability inside. I'm just gonna, I mean, this is obviously gonna be Majin Buu Saga. Yeah, we knew that. Damn, because this guy would have been a really solid and interesting choice for a bench character for regen. Like, you overlap that Z ability with the Zenkai ability for Blue Regen. Blue Regen, I mean, we get like a solid Blue Regen character. Like, imagine Anniversary Part 2. Orange Piccolo is blue. Sounds weird to say that. Orange Piccolo is blue. Imagine Orange Piccolo's blue and, like, you run this guy on bench next to Lord Slug and you're just dominating people, right? I mean... That's why these Zenkai characters are valuable, because you can run them as a very powerful, you know, buffer on the bench. Okay, let's check and see what they gave to this guy's unique abilities. Applies the following effects itself from battle start for 75 counts. Okay, so 75 is the same, it didn't change at all. 50% damage, that's the same. -5 strike arts cost, -10 blast arts cost, those are the same. Gradually restores health each timer count, cannot be canceled, that is the same. Applies the following effects itself when battle starts. That is new. So this is actually new. Both these effects are new. 20% damage, that's new. And then 30% reduced damage received is new as well. So those are actually permanent. Okay. So he's getting 70% damage from this, and then he's getting another 50% from his main ability. So he's already going to be at 120. That's actually pretty good. That's not bad. And then 30% reduced damage received. You pop that alongside the main ability. Yeah, I mean, that's not horrible. All right, second one is applies the following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield. 40% damage and card draw speed. This effect is canceled when characters switch or when enemy lands an attack. Yeah, I hate that. I actually hate that. But the good thing about this is they actually gave him card draw speed. So assuming you have the main ability popped, if you switch into this character, he'll be at what, 160% damage inflicted with card draw speed. That's not bad at all. That's actually quite good. It's just the fact that you end up losing that if you get touched, like, because that. When enemy lands an attack, that's literally anything. They tap attack you, they tap blast you, they tackle you. Like, any time you get touched at all, you lose these effects. Applies the following effects itself after enemy attack is over. Restores 30% of damage received up to 30% of own health. That goes up from 20%. And then he draws 4 new cards when you have 3 or fewer cards. Okay. All right, let's check out his new unique abilities here. We have Relaxing Attitude. The following effects occur when this character performs a vanishing step. Restores own ki by 30. 20% blast damage for 10 timer counts. Applies attribute upgrade. Shortens sub count by 2 for 10 timer counts. And then he destroys an enemy card, activates 3 times. So if you PV somebody with this character, he's going to get a slight boost, right? You're getting ki and you're getting blast damage. Okay. I mean, that's not the craziest thing ever. I'm not going to call this a game-changing unique ability, but I guess it's okay. Overflowing Pride. The following effects occur every time this character uses a blast card. 10 ki, 10% vanishing gauge, 30% blast damage. Inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade minus 20% to ki recovery. Kind of reminds me of the green Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I'm actually going to pull him up in a separate window here just so I can sort of compare. Because it honestly might be the exact same thing. That green Super Saiyan 4 Goku that got a Zenkai around Legends Festival time. Like, what is his thing? So every time he uses a strike or a blast, okay, his is obviously way better. 25% damage for 15 counts. This is obviously way lower. Only 3 counts. So, I mean, is this a character where you're just going to be wanting to spam blast? Like, you don't even want to, like, charge step in between them or like, sidestep or anything like that. Is this a character where you just want to, enter the battlefield and then just, like, start rapid fire, machine gunning blast cards like Vegeta and Trunks like to do? It's going to be a lot harder to do with a character like this because they don't have cover. Like, this character doesn't have cover nullification, right? I feel like if they gave cover null for 10 counts on this character's blue card, they could have even like limited it like twice only. You could get that on the green card. It would have made this character so much better because you at least could force draw it with the main. You could get cover null with that, and then you could just go to town with like a machine gun effect for blasts here. That could have been interesting. That could have, I think, been a decent niche for this character. Because he already has a lot of damage, right? 50 from the main, which is permanent, uncancelable. 50 from the first 75 counts. 20 from here, so that's what, we're already at 120. Then we have 40 here, he's at 160. And then every time he's using a blast card, he's getting 30% blast damage inflicted. Remember, he's also getting damage from the green card effect as well. So if they just gave this green card, like, up to 2 times per fight, he can get cover null for like 10 counts. I feel like he'd actually be a pretty interesting character. He still wouldn't be crazy, but the one issue I have with this character is that a lot of his damage is conditional. So like, this is obviously the first 75 counts. After the first 75 counts elapse, like, this guy's not going to be good at all. And then when he gets touched, he loses his damage and card draw speed. So I don't know. I feel like, much like a lot of other Zenkai characters in terms of him actually being used in battle, a lot of things have to go right for him to look good, right? So we'll see. Again, I don't really think, like, if I'm going to be really critical about this character, and I want to be, like, really hard about it, I would just straight up tell you guys this character's worthless. Like, I looked at his kit, he seems like he sucks. Because typically for a Zenkai character, their main functionality is going to be them as good bench characters, right? So that's what you're looking for mainly out of a Zenkai character. And then their actual usability in a fight is going to be like their secondary use. I don't think this guy's going to be competing with the best characters in the game, so I'm not going to be using him really. He seems okay, right? And then in terms of bench, I just no. Number one, we don't have a good lineup with his Z ability sort of matching the Zenkai ability. And then number two, his Z ability already is kind of strange because it's 2 separate tags for 2 separate stats. It's like really weird. So I'm not really too impressed here. But I think there are, like, don't get me wrong, in my showcase for this character, I would not be surprised if he actually put in some work with blast damage. Like, he could potentially end up doing some good blast damage, so we'll see. All right, like I said, I don't know if there's any new equipment in the data yet. Let's go ahead and check. Archive. It does not look like it. Let me check the Awaken equipment because we are getting Rush Reset this week, so... Oh, there is. Okay, so I guess we are only getting the Awakened equipment then this week. Okay, so there's actually, I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense because PvP doesn't reset until next week because it's a 3-week season, which is really annoying considering it's 2 times RP. But all right, let's check what this is. So this is the Fat Boo equipment here. So this is just for every single Majin Buu. Critical to 10, health restoration to 10, and then blast and strike both at 30. I'm gonna go ahead and say this is not great. This is just straight up not that good. It's not bad. This reminds me of like this. Where's this Zamasu equip? This right here. Like again, this is not bad, but it's not great. Actually, this is probably a little better than the other one because this just has more stuff on it. I mean, it's not like this is like ultimately bad. Like this is like the ultimate underwhelming Awaken equipment, I think. Like this is just straight up on the border of just being bad. Like actually just a bad equip. This is not a bad equip, but it's not good. So I'll probably farm like one of these and then I'll call it, but I'm not particularly impressed by this. Okay, so that's pretty much what we have right now. I saw that this was new. Is this the Goku Day banner that's live? Let's see. Oh, it's under maintenance. Never mind. Okay. Let me go ahead and swap over actually to Chrome because I just want to quickly discuss this, which was tweeted out yesterday. So we have a producer message coming soon. It's almost Dragon Ball Legends 5th anniversary. Tune in for campaign news and announcements leading up to the anniversary. Don't miss it. And then I guess it's a premiere on YouTube, I guess is what it would be, right? It's a stream date, but I don't think it's going to be. I think it's just going to be a premiere, like the reveal and stuff. But this is going to be normal time, aka tonight at 11 p.m. Japan time, which is 14 UTC. So whatever that is in your time zone is when it's happening, but it is happening today. So we'll see what they end up saying for this. I would temper expectations about what to expect here because this is going to be about news and campaigns leading up to the anniversary. I do not expect this to be a new summonable character. I'll just tell you guys this right now. This is probably not going to be a new summonable character. I do not expect to get another summonable character until the anniversary actually begins, which, again, I did a whole video talking about the anniversary and my thoughts on when the anniversary should start and who I expect to get for the anniversary. So if you haven't seen that video, that's where I talk about that. But I'm pretty confident the anniversary is going to begin on the 27th, which is a Saturday of this month. I'm like 98% sure that's when the anniversary is starting. So we got a bit of time until then. So I guess maybe they're going to fill the gap with some, I don't know, free-to-play characters or something, story developments. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm telling you guys right now, don't expect like, oh my god, surprise ultimate Gohan or something like that. Like it's not gonna happen. I would be blown away if they did that. It's not really realistic. So I would be very what's the best way to put this? I would expect nothing, I guess is the best way I could describe this. Expect nothing, but I mean, obviously this is going to be something free, right? It's not going to be, again, an LF banner, an Ultra banner. It's not going to be anything summonable. Free character, maybe some story update, something like that. So that's what I'm expecting from this. And I guess that is where we are going to wrap up here. So back over to the game. Let me know down below what you guys think of the Zenkai for Blue BUUTENKS, as well as what you think they're going to be announcing tonight when it comes to the campaigns leading up to the anniversary. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all in the next one.